Angela. Eleton calls me Angel, and I love connecting the right people and spread the awareness regarding health. So I met Eleton 4 months ago at a retreat, and since then we are in touch. And this time when he was coming, he contacted and we started arranging the seminars, the retreats, the talks. So here we are. Eleton, over to you with your life story.
Hi, my name is Elitom Elamine, and I'm a breatharian. And a breatharian is a person that can eat very little or none at all. Now, I grew up in Ohio, USA. And growing up in Ohio, USA, I grew up in a family where my mother made sure that we always had food within the household. She made sure so much that we had extra freezers, extra refrigerators, and we actually fed the whole neighborhood. So me growing up in this type of household, when I finally broke away and got my own family and got married, that idea too was in my head to always have enough food to feed your family. And I also bought extra freezers, extra refrigerators, because that was the idea, to always have food available. Now as time went forth, I began to gain more and more weight. And I began to feel very bad. However, everybody in my reality growing up in America, because it was encouraged to eat the 3 meals a day, however it was the 5 meals a day and the big portions, that was commonplace where I grew up at. So however I began to gain more and more weight, really feel bad about myself, and then one day as I had to go see the doctor, my blood pressure began to rise and a whole lot of other things began to come into play. However, one day out of being desperate, I ran into a man who said, "Won't you just leave meats alone?" Now, at that time, being desperate and my health really feeling bad, I was willing on doing anything, so I left the meats alone. And at that time, I didn't realize it, but that was the motivation to lead me into the pranic journey by leaving those heavier foods alone. So not only I left the meats alone, I began to also put an exercise routine in my lifestyle. And then I began to learn more about holistic foods, being more vegan, learn more about live and raw foods. But then it got good. I started learning more about fasting. I started fasting once a week, and it started out for religious purposes. But as time went on, I started to learn about meditation. Now, learning about meditation, that gave me the knowledge to learn about the energy channels within the body. Now, there was a time I didn't know they existed or not. But as I went into the practice and began to focus on those different energy channels, I began to get a boost of energy. It began to better my health, give me more energy. And I didn't know it at the time, but I was already on the pranic journey. Because the pranic journey is a holistic health message. So as time went on, I went more into 80% live and raw foods. My meditation, I really stayed with it, and I was so proud of what I done with my health. I got rid of all of that weight. I went from 180 pounds to 160 pounds, and I really felt good about myself. Then one day a young lady said to me, "There's people who can live without eating." And I said, "What?" So I began to go check that information. Now, 19 years ago, because I've been on this path 19 years, they really didn't have that much information like today. But anyway, I did the best I can. I tried to find the most information I can. And what I found that there was a 21-day process at the time that was in circulation. However, I didn't have enough money to take 21 days off of work. I just got married, just bought a house. So what gave me my confidence that I could pull this off, since I didn't have enough money to go out of the country for 21 days, is that
the crazy loophole where you just do 4 hours of work and it generates a new income stream that keeps paying you forevermore. How good does that sound? Well, the thing
that the improvements I've already made on my health. I was already living a life of 80% live and raw. I was already in the fasting once a week. I was already meditating constantly, and I was already exercising. So I seen all of these health improvements. Now again, I didn't notice it was the pranic journey already. That's why I teach people on this type of level first you got to learn how to eat. First you got to put exercise into your life, fasting and so forth, and meditation, because that's the foundation of living on prana. So anyway, when I found out about it, and I started to study as much as I can, I went into food freedom. Now, what I learned was the physical body was easy to get into a food-free state. But the problem was the accumulated habits that I'd done throughout the years of eating. And food is all around you. And my son just did a real good research on food and its association with drug addiction. Your body does give off reward centers of oxytocin, dopamine. And when you're dealing with foods that you love and you've created this habit, this is what the human being is up against. So anyway, I went on to the pranic levels, and there's many different levels and degrees. So I learned how to eat once a day. I learned how to eat every 3 days. So I understood that as I kept learning more and more and more about being on this path, because keep in mind, you cannot really tell an experience. You have to go through the experience to learn about it. So as I was going through this experience, this is what makes me such a good, credible teacher today, is because I took myself to engage this experience. So being with my son as he was growing up, I decided to eat once every other weekend to maintain our relationship, because that's my son that I created. But also, I've already broke the rules of what they said that was normal on how you should eat and how much calories you need and so forth. Now, a lot of people mistake this for binge eating, but this is not binge eating at all. Because keep in mind, I said meditation is the foundation, and I've been meditating for years. In other words, I've been meditating so much that actually living on prana is a walking meditation. I'm meditating right now. I'm meditating every day. Because the more you can hold the light into your body, hold that frequency, that vibration, you don't need to keep jumping back to physical foods. So that's the person's problem. You got to get used to this new vibration. So anyway, as I've been on this path, I've gotten stronger and stronger to where as my son got grown, I didn't need to eat every other weekend right now. So right now, I don't eat no food at all, and I don't do liquids also, because that's just another frequency or vibration. And the reason being is because this experience that I'm having is an exploration of consciousness. I already know what it feels like to eat. You understand? So therefore, to explore this consciousness, most people just look at it as being in their head. But your consciousness is your physical body. I am what I think. So therefore, I have robust health. Health is the thing that you know that you have accumulated more prana. There is no in between. And then your external environment. This is my imagination that I'm living in. So when I tell people that I'm living a life, living in heaven, I'm living a life with no problems, there's no blockages. Because I've let the lower vibration of light alone, that's what food is, it's a lower vibration of light. But there's what you call UV light. UV means ultraviolet. Ultra means above or beyond the visible light. So I'm being sustained by those invisible forces that's in the air, that's in the solar power. You understand that the eyes cannot see, but by opening up your energy channel, your body is already connected with it. So again, I have taken my mission to go around the world to educate people, not only that this exists, but also to be an example, but also show them and take them into the practices to open up their energy channels in their body. Everybody has them. You are an energy being, and that's all you work with. And the more you can get the understanding to work with yourself, you will grow and get stronger energetically. You will grow health-wise. Your sleep will decrease. You will have a happier and healthier life. And right now, this is needed for humanity. So again, I do...
Hi guys, sorry for popping up while you're watching your videos. I know how annoying it can be. But I shot this video to talk about how I accidentally got started recently working online. What I'm about to
Again, I do take myself as an example, and there's other planet beings that's coming out more and more, and you don't need to go to information about people who's already dead. Today you have the most information that's ever been out there on a human being to make this transition to work more with the light. Even medical science is backing this up. They're showing you medical benefits of the sun, medical benefits of breathing, medical benefits of exercising, medical benefits of fasting. You put all of this together, you will grow energetically into this new paradigm shift. And you can eat very little or none at all because we're energy beings by our nature. Now, I hope I told a lot. And like again, being on this path is the best life I ever lived. Some people say, do I get the temptation to eat food? No, I don't. Because you developed within yourself a feeling state and a desire to live in the light, to live with the subtle energy vibrations. You don't like the way that the lower vibration makes you feel anymore. You outgrow it just like a kid outgrowing a toy. So therefore, people who still struggling in and out, that's okay. If you stay consistent, there'll be a period of time when you will rotate and start enjoying a higher frequency vibration. And I hope everybody will stay consistent and stay on these levels. And even if you choose to still eat, learn how to eat, learn how to keep your quantities small, and keep health first. Because food freedom is a byproduct of perfect health. And right now, I'm in perfect health.